find interesting, what stands out to me
Yeah.
is that the rise of Warren and Biden as the economy grows worse, or at least as people are paying more attention to the warning signs
Uh-huh.
that the economy isn't heading in a big direction. And both of those candidates, Warren and Sanders, have been slamming that issue consistently.
Right,
That
right.
that the economy is in good shape only if you're among the elite, only if you're a corporate executive, only if you have a lot of big investments. If you're working stiff, forget it, you're in trouble.
Right,
And I
right.
think that's resonating more and more.
But
And at
what
the
did,
same time,
uh-huh.
neither of them have played too much into the racial division debate. And they mentioned it. They sympathize with minorities. They say that, yeah, we've got to do more for that.
Right.
But they haven't dwelled on it extensively. So I think that's the winning combination for them, especially as people are getting nervous now about the economy, no matter what statistics Trump brings forward.
Exactly, exactly, yeah. Well, what about though, what about Biden's mental capacity and the age thing? I mean, how do you
I
feel
was
about
kind
that?
of skeptical about that in the beginning because he's always been gaffe prone. And, we said way back when he first announced that we thought that would catch up with him, the
Right,
gaffes
right,
and
right,
the baggage as well with his
right.
votes. But yeah, it does seem to be a little more pronounced now. Now, whether that's just because of the whirlwind campaign that anybody, I think, would
Right.
be taxed by, uh, plus a combination with his age, but doesn't necessarily mean that dementia is there. Maybe
No,
it's just
no, I agree. But I
less
mean,
energy, less stamina.
sure, but I think, for example, I think when he was younger, he was also into gaps, but they weren't associated with age. It was just gaps. Now, unfortunately, that he's so much older, the gaps are associated with his age, and
Well, I
people
mean,
say,
are they really
well, I don't think they are.
associated, or are we just interpreting it
Well,
that way?
I think that's how it's going to be interpreted. In other words,
Yeah,
it might
exactly.
not.
That
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
That definitely.
but that's still
And of course, the media is on that. So any little gaffe is
yeah, right.
magnified, played 100 times on TV, and it takes on a weight of its own. So yeah, he has that going
Right,
against him. It's going to be increasingly pointed out as we
right.
move into the next round of debates and closer to the election.
And I think once you get into the 70s and all that, I mean, a few years difference in age makes a big difference, really. I mean,
Yeah, well, actually, for one thing, Ken, it is apparent that he doesn't have the energy that he used to, and
right,
also he looks old. He
yeah,
looks
he does.
almost wizened at times.
Yeah,
He looks like an old guy who had a facelift, and you could see the age underneath it. He doesn't look that vigorous,
right,
despite his tight skin and his trim body and all that. He
right,
looks like an old guy now.
yeah,
Contrast that with Trump. I don't know if it's Trump's extra weight on him or what, but I mean, Trump looks much more vigorous. Even Sanders, who's an old guy,
yeah.
looks
Well,
much more
Bernie's older.
vigorous.
He's
Doesn't look
older.
as old.
Yeah, Bernie's older than Biden. But Bernie is 77, Biden 76, Nancy Pelosi is 79, and Trump is 73. So I mean, in terms of energy, I mean, Biden is really, I think, suffering a little.
Yeah, that's a good point. Sanders is actually older, but he has more
Right,
energy. So yeah,
right.
it could be that factor setting in age and maybe some mental diminishment.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
course, we're not there yet, Ken. So.
No, you might not be, but I'm kidding. I'm
No,
there.
you're looking fine, Ken. Looking
Thank
good.
thank you. Thank you. All right, so we'll talk tomorrow.
All right,
All
Ken.
right, take
See
care.
you later.
Bye bye.